We begin with our conversation in Kano State, where we understand the police has arrested some persons who are planning to protest. The details is going to be brought to the fore by the police PRO, who is joining us from Kano, Mr. Abdullahi Kiyawa. Mr. Kiyawa, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you, sir. Good morning.
So bring us up to speed. Maybe for those who are not familiar with this story and what is really going on, who are these protesters? Why do they want to protest? And why did the police rain in on them?
In the evening hours of Tuesday, 25th February, the police command in Kano, as well as other security agencies, received intelligent reports that some people are planning to attack Nasarawa Palace, where Emir Aminu Ado Bayero reside. And part of their plan is to stage a protest and disguise as protesters. So on this, the police commands deployed adequate security personnel and assets in collaboration with other security agencies, because the plan of the protest was to hold yesterday on Wednesday, 26th. So adequate security deployments were carried out at strategic locations within Kano State, especially the two palaces where the two emirs reside, the government house, as well as other strategic locations where the government infrastructures are. So as a result of these adequate deployments and the proactive measures taken by the security agencies in Kano, on the spot when these protesters started converging at some locations, especially under Nasarawa Bridge, 17 of them were apprehended, and weapons such as knives were recovered from them. Currently, all these suspects arrested have been transferred to the Command Criminal Investigation Department, after which they will be charged to court upon completion of the investigation.
All right, Mr. Kiyawa, so what exactly are they protesting for? Are they protesting against, or what exactly is the core of the issue here? Does it have to do with the emirship? What exactly is playing out here?
Based on the reports we obtained and the intelligence gathered, they are planning to attack the Nasarawa Palace. And that is why they wanted and planned to disguise as protesters in order to achieve what they planned for. So you can see it's a purely issue that has to do with Emirates, and the command have commenced investigation into this matter.
But these people say they are students. When we spoke to them yesterday, they said they are students and they just wanted to protest peacefully.
I think those arrested, some of them were arrested with weapons, and among them, no single student that was arrested. Currently, the preliminary investigation began yesterday, and they are being profiled, and the investigation is ongoing, after which we will brief you before charging them to court as well.
All right, so now that you've arrested, I think you said almost 20 of them, initial reports had it 17. Or how many do you have now?
17.
Exactly, 17. I imagine that you've processed them. I imagine that there's been interrogation. Who is behind this? Who sent them to protest, if someone sent them? And what is their mission? What do you hear from them?
That is why I said investigation is ongoing. And before they are charged to court, you will be briefed on the update of this case.
Okay, so as it is now, how soon are they going to court?
After the investigation is completed. But however, we have to use this opportunity and urge the public in the state to remain vigilant and report any suspicious activities to the security agency.
The reason I'm asking is because my colleague had asked you, they are saying that they are students, and the law is quite clear on how long you can hold someone in detention except you get a court order to continue to hold them. So just to make sure that the police authority itself is following the rule of law.
As soon as possible, they will return to court for completion of the investigation.
Mr. Kiawa, it's not a convenience of as soon as possible. How soon will you charge them to court? What you are alleging against them is quite serious, and also their rights have to be protected. That's why I double down on that question.
When we say investigation, of course we are very much aware of the provisions of detaining suspects. But as I'm telling you now, all efforts are in place to ensure that this investigation is completed. We will, of course, feed you on the update as soon as possible. If investigation is not something that you can decide on your own, it depends on the case and what you are looking for. Where investigation is concluded in time, you charge the case to court. And where you need to charge the suspect to court and continue with your investigation, it is going to be done. So this one, I'm not the one that decides the timing of when the case will be charged to court. It's based on the investigation, and of course you will know that very soon.
So just to be clear, the Nasarawa Palace is where you have, just for people who are wondering, what is Nasarawa Palace? Who is in Nasarawa Palace?
Bayero. All the two palaces have been fortified to ensure no security breach. But based on the intelligence obtained, these protesters, of course, they were arrested while moving towards the Nasarawa Palace. And as I'm telling you, some were also arrested with weapons. So after completion of the investigation, you get all. Nasarawa Palace, as that, is where the Emir Bayero, which I already stated, reside.
So there's a lot of back and forth. People saying the APC hired thugs allegedly. Some say no, it was the NMPP that hired thugs allegedly. Would you be able to come out with a comprehensive result of your investigation as to who is responsible? Can we trust you to do that?
Yes, what will determine that is the investigation, which of course we are on it now. I will let you know after completion of the investigation.
All right, Mr. Abdullahi Kiawa, we'll hold you to your words. Thank you so much for coming. Eyes are also there to make sure that we follow through what is happening in Kano. Abdullahi Kiawa is the Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Police Command in Kano State. Thank you, sir, for coming on the program.